It's me and Gene, Hot 104.5. I'm with my man DDG. We're here at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. First time in Knoxville. You just got off the stage. Tell me about, what you thought about the vibe with the crowd here, man.
It was lit, man. A lot of energy out here.
Yeah.
I felt at home.
You felt at home. Yeah, that's dope.
I like Knoxville.
Yeah, that means you're coming back?
Of course.
Perfect. So you're on tour with Kevin Gates right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the dope things about, for an artist, you can tell me if I'm wrong, when you go on tour with another artist is that you get to show your music to a whole different, crowd of people. So how has the reception been, seeing a lot of Kevin Gates' fans and kind of getting them to sample and listen to your music?
It's dope. This is Kevin Gates fans is a completely different fan base.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So it's like a good cross-pollination. You know what I mean? To introduce myself to a completely different fan base that probably would have never really looked me up. You know what I mean? So, it's just a dope. It's a dope thing to do.
Yeah. Have you had any of his fans reach out to you in any way?
Yeah.
And what's something dope that somebody's told you that you've heard so far?
They DM me and say, "Oh, great show! I just discovered you. I love your music now." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's I'm really out there gaining fans. That's really, because I remember going to my first concert and seeing another artist and not really knowing who it was, and then a year later they one of the biggest artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just hope I got that same impact.
Word. That's dope. Do you remember what artist that was from one of your first concerts that kind of blew up after you saw him?
21 Savage.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I had watched him at Young Thug. He was opening up for Young Thug or some shit.
Okay.
I ain't really know him like that. You know what I mean? I knew a couple songs or whatever, but then he ended up being one of the biggest artists.
Yeah.
I feel like opening up for artists that's bigger than you is just, getting them ready for the big come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just introducing yourself, basically.
That's what's up. So have you had any of your fans who maybe weren't big Kevin Gates fans that have said something to you about I came to see you and listen to Kevin Gates? Has that happened at all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they pull up for me, but then you gotta stay for the main event. You know what I mean? So it's they end up tapped in.
Yeah. Word. So this hoodie that I'm wearing right now, I wore it for a very specific reason. Do you have one of these?
I don't think I got that exact one. No.
All right. So this is an Epic Records hoodie that I got sent to me from the label, and it's got every artist that signed to Epic on the back. So your name is right here somewhere. You see it? Yeah. But other artists that are on the back of this hoodie is Outkast and Andre 3000 and Michael Jackson. So when you see that roster and you see some of those names that are on there, what is it like to know that same label that saw something in them see something in you too?
It's dope. It lets me know that I got there's no limit to where I can go. When you got people like Michael Jackson under the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm in the right business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's exciting.
Word. I saw you had your first boxing fight over the summer. 1-0. Congratulations. Is that something that you've always wanted to do? Are you going to do more of that?
I used to box when I was younger.
Okay.
Yeah, so I used to compete when I was younger. I used to go travel and boxing and all type of shit. So, it was kind of revisiting a little childhood dream. I used to want to be a boxer when I was younger.
Okay.
I wanted to be the next Roy Jones Jr., Floyd Mayweather, but I injured my arm.
Oh.
So I didn't get to pursue that career all the way. Going back in the ring, it was fun though. It was lit.
Yeah, I seen dude kept trying to hug you.
Yeah.
Even the commentators were like, "Yo, he keeps trying to hug DDG. Let him go."
Yeah, that's what they do when they're tired. Punched a little too hard.
Word. So, you said you were wanting to be a boxer. How did you go from wanting to be a boxer to kind of getting into the music? How did that transition happen?
I mean, it didn't happen in that order. Before music, it was really I wanted to be an actor. You know what I mean? I had all these different entertainment goals, and then I tested all of it out. I went to do an independent movie. Didn't really like how I was treated. You know what I mean? Didn't really like the concept of being on set, sitting around. It was cold outside. I'm just sitting around for 10 seconds of the movie. You know what I mean? So I'm I wait on acting until I'm a bigger personality to the point where I'm the main actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I always used to mess around with music when I was younger, and also coming out on YouTube 2016. I dropped a song called Balenciagas, and it was producers Zaytoven. It was just like some cool shit that I did.
Yeah.
But I never really took music too serious because I was making all this money on YouTube, and then 2017 hit, and YouTube was kind of a little shaky, and I was like, let me try music again.
Yeah.
And then it just took off.
Word. And I know that you mentioned you still want to get into the acting, and you see a lot of rappers that are now doing big things when it comes to making movies. Why can't I think of his name right now? He was in that movie that won the Academy Award. Can't think of his name, but you see obviously rappers in that acting space. Like there's a lot that you can do in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is that something you really want to get back into eventually?
Yeah, I think I'd kill it as an actor.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, but I just want to really indulge into the music. I'm having a lot of fun, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to take too much away from it, so I'd rather be A-list artist, you know what I mean? Grammys, all that other stuff, and then get into the acting.
Yeah.
And make it like sort of like he can act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this is kind of like first dream job. You know what I mean? So I think it'll shock. I want to shock the world. I don't want to just shock the people that know me now.
Yeah, yeah, that's dope. And so your first album was called Valedictorian, and I saw that you were the valedictorian of your high school. Why was it important to like let people know that about you, which I'm sure most people probably didn't or wouldn't think of?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's like a big fun fact about myself, because you look at black man, you know what I mean, rapper, blah blah blah, you know what I mean, smoke weed, whatever. You might think like, oh, he's not really smart, blah blah blah, he's probably bad in school and shit, but I'm a really good kid, you know what I mean, like valedictorian, straight A's, went to college, did everything right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, God had different plans for me. So, who I am today.
Word. Well, it looks like those other plans worked out.
Yeah, perfect.
Word. So what's next? What's next for DDG, man?
I'm really just focused on the music, man. I'm looking for that next hit.
Yeah.
The next platinum record, you know what I mean? And then going into album mode and putting out the best body of work I can put out. Versus like, I could say, I'm focused on building a business or something like that, but I'm really like all about music right now.
Yeah.
That's what I wake up and think about. You know what I mean? And I'm waking up and thinking about what's the next song, and what's the feature I should put on this song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just really just focused on the next big thing in my music career.
Word. That's what's up, DDG. Great show tonight, my brother. I appreciate you giving me a couple minutes of your time tonight.
For sure.
Look forward to you coming back to Knoxville real soon, hopefully.
Hell yeah, for
You
sure.
coming back?
Of course.
Word. Appreciate it, man.
For sure. Appreciate it.
Dope.